France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Olise. And here's Thuram.
Thuram really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Verdonk. Jenner. Reinders. Jenner. Verdonk. Olise. Oh, that's a key interception. It says. High. Jenner. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Doué has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. He's in! Thuram! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Thuram really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Header comes in! He will be livid with himself.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
This looks promising. Conte. No, that's been intercepted. Jenner. Indonesia have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Now this could be a chance. He's found a way through. Thuram! Dispatched clinically. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
France restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That's been cut out, well played. Dix. Oh, good take in a good area. Doué. Verdonk. Ribéry. That is Conte. Now it's Thuram. Played back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Now it's Doué. Olise. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. It says. High. Walsh. Oh, that's well spotted. Olise. And here's Thuram. That is a great pick out. He's having a hit! Now, who's going to be first to this? Walsh. High. Jenner. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. France have a free kick. High has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
I think he knew immediately that he got that one wrong. The wall did its job.
Olise really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now that looks a decent ball. Walsh. Chouameni. Zaire Emery, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neatly clipped into space. That's a decent clearance. Saliba. And it's Ribéry. Now it's Olise. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 21. Le numéro 22.
And so we're off again.
À leur place,
France clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
He is through here. Oh, shooting shot! In he goes again. Goal, France! And the comeback is complete. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
He'll try from distance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Not the most convincing of passes. Verdon. Ball's gone out of play. France different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Saliba.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Olise. Over to the right flank. Now it's Mbappe. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, it's a great ball here. And he shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
France have their second corner now. And he's had it nicked away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Indonesia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Played into the box. And the finish! And he's quick. In he goes again! He's got a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That was good alertness. Olise. Reinders. Walsh. Saint-Maximin. Mbappe is onto this. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's had a shot! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
France visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he cuts out the supply. Saint-Maximin. And it's Kante. Kante charging forward, the ball at his feet. He has found the way through. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Verdonk. Romani. Indonesia are looking to break at pace. That has been slung wide. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, that's fabulous. Saint-Maximin with the delivery. And it's claimed by the keeper. Well read, and the danger is averted. Ferdinand. Dix. Jena. Ferdinand. High. It says. He's got away. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, it's beyond the defence. Chance! Fantastic from Saint-Maximin! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. So changes afoot here, and from both sides. And that's that. France can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Your final thoughts, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. So all eyes on HA9, this famous stadium, still very much the venue historically for football globally. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. He is Mikhail Silvestre.
His game was all about versatility and durability, Peter. An astute defender in the middle, a fine ball carrier with a good engine, went out wide.
Yeah, and you can expect another busy shift from him here.
He's never shy.
Foot in. He's a sharp little ball here. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, it's Dembele. And here's Mbappe. He's picked his way through. Lofted in. Olise. That has been slung wide. Olise going forward. Silvestre. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, that's fabulous. Olise! And the keeper could only will that wide of the post.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Oh, it's Dembele. Mbappe. Dembele. It's Dembele. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! France! And France are in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper, couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo.
He's having a pop! Dembele! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
France restore parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied. Olise, ready to try. Olise! That was travelling. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's bustling through here.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Zaire Emery. Silvestre gets a foot in here. Oh, that was vital. That is good alertness. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's played into the middle. Tries to pass it through. And this is Dembele. Spread out to the left. Gets a good foot in there. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And that is a routine catch.
Olise has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Zaire Emery. Looking for the run. Now it's Barcola. Oh, no joy this time. Silvestre. Mbappe making good progress. He's found a way through. Oh, sweet feet. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Olise has created one goal already.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he welcomes it in. Olise! And that was too close for comfort.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
And this is Dembele. Pinches it off him. Saliba. More and more pressure on the ball here. Now Mbappe. Olise running with the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's Dembele! It's hit the upright. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lofted upfield. Passing nice and neat. Oh, what has happened here? Dembele gets flagged offside. Olise. And the pass is intercepted. Chouameni. Oh, it's Dembele. Camavinga. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Olise.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's looking wide. And it's Doué. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that signals the end of the first period. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substitution for France. Number 11, Dembele. Number 29, Barcola. Coming on the field, number 10, Mbappe. Number 9, Saint-Maximin.
Mabarhai Ubang.
The second half then, just getting going.
France are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Now that looks a decent ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, it's Dembele. France do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Dembele. Doué. Olise. Olise really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
That is a great pick out. Saliba, Thuram chasing after it. Just eases him off the ball. And that is a little undercooked. Can he get it through? That ball looks a good one. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. And he could not have picked a worse time to give one away. An exchange of stares, and here we go. Goal, France! Not a twitch, not a blink.
It reached its target, but it was almost stopped from maybe good goalkeeping homework.
France with the lead. Nicely weighted ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
The attendance for this match was 98,004.
That is Conte. Olise. And he's got Olise! Off the post! Oh, what a mistake! Dembele. Mbappe venturing down the left. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Dembele. Silvestre deals with that comfortably. Doué. Oh, he's having a go! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Substitution for France, number 17.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Well timed, excellent interception. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. France perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? Mbappe finds himself offside. Engages and forces him off the ball. Elise. And that is out of play. Conte. Chouameni. And here's Mbappe. He is through here. Chance! And somehow he has kept that out. France have their second corner now. Mbappe! And that would have been game, set and match.
Mbappe clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
Mbappe does well to get it back. And they're quick to get it back. Aimed beyond the defence. Great, there's the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes.
The goal scorer for France.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Elise. He's got away. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That is a great pick out. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he's managed to get free. And the shot!
Added minute has been indicated.
So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains. to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
And this is now today's lineup.
I think the wide players will be very important here, Peter. A lot is going to be asked of them.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of work to get through.
Yeah, because they're going to have to cover the flanks on their own. They need to push up and establish some menace, some control, press from the front and act like auxiliary wingers, if you will, while also doing a fair bit of defending. And what's more, they're often expected to be the main supply routes in the side.
So that's got things underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this lad, Dominic,
Shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Tries a deft little ball. Totti, played into the box. Terrific effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
That is ended up in no man's land. Totti. Neymar. Oh, that's nice. Big chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And here's Tevez. Vitz. Mohamed Salah. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Gakpo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Plays it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Takes aim and a header! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Van Dijk. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Neymar. Chips it through. Totti has crossed into them. Oh, good effort! There it is! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Number 5, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Searching pass he's played there. Now it's Tevez. That's destined for the flank. Vitz. And now the breakaway. Can he get on the end of this?
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And it's Neymar. Now it's Totti. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's found the way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Van Dijk. Here's Jones. Ungamoa. Frimpong cuts it out. Konate. Wirtz. Played into space. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Saliba tries to... Gakpo! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Stood up well to him there. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Gakpo. Ungamoa. It's a goal kick. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's forced to go back. Totti, Bastoni, and it's McAllister. McAllister threads one in. That's a nicely shaped ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Konate, Frimpong. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good take in a good area. Another chance from a corner. They've played it short, and this is Totti. And he gets rid in a hurry. That's the end of the first 45. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Chelsea coming in at half-time, leading by 1 goal to nil.
Good for our boys as they go.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Chelsea have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
So, into the second half. Chelsea apparently ahead by the smallest of margins. Tevez conjures time and space where few can. Kaut is in a really good position out wide. Now it's Gakpo. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Jones. And it's Salah. Szoboszlai gets over and intercepts. Tevez. And he's intervened well there. Van Dijk. More and more pressure on the ball here. Saliba makes the interception. Neymar. And this is Tevez. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Good ball, good take. Still just a single goal between the sides. Now it's Neymar. Shot could be on. Vitz. Now it's Mohamed Salah. For Szoboszlai. And it's Frimpong. Time and again they are repelled. And he has been fouled there. Szoboszlai! But he's left disappointed.
Szoboszlai is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Bastoni. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could...
And the shot! And no mistake! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That was a given, it always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Chelsea are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
And that is headed for the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. Gakpo receives it in a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he's taking no chances there. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. Distributed tidily. Neymar receives it in a wide position. He is through here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Kaut. Nice control. And he's had it nicked away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Kaut. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Neymar. Oh, nice touch. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He leaps for it! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Chelsea are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Nicked it back promptly. Salah. That is lovely. Bastoni clears. And it's been taken short. Now it's Chiesa. Great chance! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Chelsea are almost home and dry now. Van Nistelrooy being hunted in packs.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Mohamed Salah gets into a good position. Here comes the cross. And he thumps it clear. And it's Frimpong. Nicely weighted ball. Great ball, and he's in here. It's Salah! Lacking in accuracy.
Substitution on the field. Number 32.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And that's been one straight back, and he shot, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Frimpong looking for the run. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Well, that has not gone well.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And we're done. Chelsea come away having earned what they always set out to earn, the maximum complement of points. Van Nistelrooy claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. The end of the game. Reflections?
Chelsea really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
So before we go, many thanks to Jim Beglin for his input, and from us both, good afternoon.